Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with Islip. I'm Islip, and today we're going to be taking a look at KFC's RAIJIN, which is their take on a powermasteroptimusprime slash Ginrai, mostly Ginrai, I'm going to say, but powermasteroptimusprime came out in America before Ginrai came out in Japan. However, Ginrai is how I mostly knew the character. I mean, I knew him as a Power Master, but I liked him as Ginrai much better for most of my years. Now, I'm kind of in between. I like them both. Anyway, you might notice that the box for Ginrai is rather small. When you get RAIJIN, excuse me, you get them in chest mode. You get them folded up in a way to put them in the chest. So here is Earthrise Optimus next to the box, so you can see how small the box is. Keep that in mind. I'm just going to put Earthrise right here. We're going to get the size comparisons right out the gate in case you haven't seen a video for this figure. So that's Earthrise Optimus. Here is Transform Elements Op Leader. In Japan, these two are known as Convoy. Well, he might be Optimus now, since they're starting to take our naming conventions. But this guy definitely was a version of Convoy. And this is how RAIJIN scales next to both of these. He is humongous. He's not quite as big as the original Masterpiece Optimus, the MP1. That one is still bigger, but it's pretty big. And I get why they did it, because they were trying to keep the vehicles in scale with each other. So when he goes to vehicle mode, he's more of an MP scale. So he's slightly bigger. Well, he's about this, I guess. Is a little bit more than slightly bigger, but he's pretty cool. I'm glad I got him, and for the price, he's pretty good. Now, you don't get weapons with him, but if you got the Grand RAIJIN, which is the trailer part that forms the body of the Super Optimus Prime, you get weapons that will fit in his hand. He says without actually having tried it yet. Believe it or not, I have forgotten to try that, because I don't know. In the cartoon, I don't remember if he really used his gun. If it's in, there you go. If it's in, it's pretty big. But I don't know if in the supergodmasterforce he ever really used the gun. He might have, but he used choking power, or like I don't know. Some of them had guns. All the figures came with guns, but in the show, a lot of the figures that had human partners for the engines didn't use the guns. They used choking power, which is like, I guess, like spirit power. Now, let's go over the one bad part of this figure. Now, I'm not a big fan of this. I'm not a big fan of the beehive thing. That's not the one bad thing I was talking about. I can deal with it, but I'm not a big fan of this. And once I figure out a way to cover that over, or if Toy Hacks makes stickers, maybe I'll get them so that looks more like the original. Oh, I didn't even show the original. This is the original. Well, this is the reissue, the Toys R Us reissue of the original version. And honestly, the proportions are fairly on. Like, his proportions are, I think they're fairly spot on, to be honest with you. But we'll go ahead and get you out of here. Now, for whatever reason, I guess because this can also homage Optimus Prime, as a matter of fact. So in the comic books, this was Optimus Prime, except he never turned into this mode. He always went from truck mode to super mode. He never did the in-between. He comes with a matrix, which, let's see. You're gonna need a spudger or some other tool to get it out. I have a pair of scissors. Be very careful so you don't scratch up your whatchamacallit. But it has a matrix chamber, which also not a big fan of, because if you have this on your shelf as Ginrai, he doesn't have a matrix chamber. He never had the matrix. Even though he looks like Optimus Prime, apparently he was supposed to be like a spare body or something. His trailer was supposed to be for Optimus Prime. For whatever reason, he looks like Optimus Prime, or Convoy. I'm sorry, Japanese Convoy. He never had a matrix. Never had a matrix. So you have the matrix. You can also take this out and just fold it down. Never have to see it again. If you like him having a matrix, if you want this to be Power Master Optimus Prime, go for it. He didn't have, I don't know if he had a matrix, but he never showed it. I don't think he ever showed it in the comic book, because that's all you really ever saw Power Master. I mean, you saw them on the show. They called it G2 Transformers, but it was just G1 with new bumpers on it. But he's pretty good. Now you'll notice that I don't have Ginrai on the figure, even though in this mode he's supposed to have Ginrai or Haikyuu there to unlock the transformation. In whatchamacallit, in Power Master Optimus Prime's version, he actually Haikyuu actually turns into a way for Optimus Prime to be able to absorb the poisoned energy. No, actually not even poison energy. It's so that on the whole planet, I forgot what these things were called, but on their home planet, after the Decepticons came, one of them stayed and they poisoned their energy so that he wouldn't be able to steal it. So they came up with a way to turn humans into engines that could process food into energy enough for the robot. So this way, that was a way around that. So that's what that was about. In supergodmasterforce, Ginrai was the actual sentient being, and that was just they called it a transtector, not a transector, a transtector. And basically it was just a mech suit that this guy piloted. So he looks great. He's not great. So his legs pop off really easily, especially this one. There's a bit of flash in there. Maybe if I get it out, it'll stay on a little bit better. But it makes transforming him or actually doing anything with him that requires you moving the legs, it's bad. The arms stay on better, but they engineered the transformation so that it goes in here, which, sorry about the fingers, which is fine, except then when you put it in there, it wedges it in there. There's not enough space. Why couldn't they give another millimeter or two for these arms to slide in and just rest there better? Don't know. So what ends up happening is you end up either putting something in there and popping it off, and then the arm flies across the room, which then takes you half an hour to find the damn thing, because it's like 3/4 of an inch long, or you end up pulling on it and risk breaking it. So I will transform him once, and that will be when I do super mode, because he goes on and he actually stays on pretty well once you put him in as engine mode. You actually have to press a button to eject him. I mean, I actually pulled him out without doing that, but you're supposed to press a button to eject him, and it actually ejects pretty strong. So he looks great. Like, let's see if you can see he's got a face. He's got flesh color, so that's good. Flesh color, so you see that he's actually a human, not a Nebulon. That's what it was, Nebulon. So from Nebulos, that was the American counterpart. He's just a regular human, and somehow putting this suit on lets him fold his legs in ways that would normally tear every one of his tendons and muscles, but it works. And then he goes face first into a robot's chest, and that doesn't crush him. So hey, magical bracelets that form armor, why not? So, and here he is next to, so you can get an idea what a human being would look like next to Optimus Prime, or Power Master Optimus Prime. And before I get on with the transformation, I just wanted to show you how small, or well, I'll give you a size comparison for Ginrai compared to the original. This was technically Ginrai because the box said it was Ginrai, even though it was high Q, because it was with, even though it should have been high Q because it was with the original. It came with Power Master Optimus Prime and not Ginrai. But for whatever reason, they gave him the name Ginrai, which, hey, that means he's Ginrai. And that's Dr. Wu's Optimus Prime. So, carefully, just want to show off some of the details. You can see that, you could see, maybe you can see it, I can't see because I'm in the glasses. Ow. So he's kind of got a face. You can't really see it because it's too bright, but he's got a nose in there. But it's not painted. It's just white plastic. And as you can see with Ginrai, or RAIJIN, excuse me, he's got, at least it's painted. And the colors are, I like these colors better than I like these colors. Although I don't like that he doesn't have a metal engine, but I have a way to fix that. So let's go over some of the articulation while we're here. We have 360 at the head. It also has a joint just to go left and right. Up, not really much in the way of down. Arms go out 90 degrees. There's a butterfly joint right there. 360 rotation on a ratcheted joint. You have a deep elbow bend, and if you need more, you can actually disengage that and get a full bend. So you've got that. You have an outward joint on the wrist. I guess that's good for like if you're doing like Iron Man poses and you want to have the hand planted flat on the ground, you can do that. 360 rotation, thumb. I don't know if you can see that too well. Should be good enough. Let's turn it this. There you go. So thumb is on a joint that goes up and down like that. It is also pinned at this knuckle and this knuckle, so you can get 1-2 bends out of that. Index finger individually done. I wish that this was straight instead of pointed, but hey, whatever. I mean, instead of curled, but it is what it is. Bends at that knuckle, bends at that knuckle, and then the 3 fingers behind it are fused together. They bend at the first knuckle and they bend at the second knuckle. So you can kind of do a point. So there's that. 360 at the waist. You also have a very deep ab crunch. I didn't realize it went that far. He's gonna fall over. He could almost, never mind, I'm gonna keep that PG. But provided you don't put any more weight on him than there is, he actually holds the pose pretty well. So he can bow. Let's get the arms out of the way. The hip skirts and the tires, because this is how the G1 toy was, in case I hadn't already pointed that out 50 million times. Also, this part here moves a little bit, so You just want to make sure that it's not going to be flush. There's always going to be a gap, but you always want to make sure it's like this. Sometimes it'll come down and it'll be like that. I mean, actually, that's fine too. But whichever way you like it, you do it. It's your figure. Oh, so we have slightly more than a full split. Woo! Okay. We have almost a full split, just shy of a full split, but that's more than I can do currently. There is upper thigh, a very deep double knee bend that'll get you past 90. Ankles can rock depending on how far you pull them down. You got a deep rock. You got could have sworn you had backwards and forwards. Well, you have a deep rock, and then you have I'm pretty sure you're supposed to have backwards and forwards, but it doesn't seem to be doing it, so I guess I'm wrong. So left and right, and then you have a bit of movement too. Okay, you just have to clear a bunch of stuff. And then you also have a toe, which I just found out today, and I've had this figure for I think 2 or 3 weeks. Today is the 10th. I actually started filming this on I did this on the 9th, but I was having issues with my recording, so I had to re-record different pieces. So if there seems to be a weird jump, that is why there is a weird jump. But with all that articulation, you can get a lot of pretty good poses. Using all of these joints, you can get some interesting poses like this and this, or a Hadouken, or Kamehameha if that is your choice, or a Shoryuken, or even a Matrix. Right? Oh, we don't have a Matrix in there, but if we did, he could do the Matrix Light Our Darkest Hour thing. So first thing you want to do is, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold his hands away. Like so. Like so. And then we are going to take his arms and we're going to push this blue part down. So do that and then do that. So I'll show you from the side here. Fold it that way and then push it like that. Whoops. Like so. Then rotate it all the way around. Pull the arm out at the butterfly joint. Then you're going to plug this into there. Do the same on the other side. Whoops. Okay, and then we're going to take this piece. Actually, we're going to leave that for now. We're going to unplug up here. Right there, there's a little clip you want to unclip. And there's a clip at the bottom that you want to unclip. Sometimes it's easier just to take this piece and bring it down a little bit, and that'll help push the clip out, because otherwise you're just going to break your nails. So I had to cut mine so short. If you noticed in the last video, I started with longer nails. There we go. Or earlier in this video, I should say. You're gonna fold that down, and then we are going to bring these out for now. And actually bring these down, and that will rotate that way, and then just rotate it a bit, but don't do anything with it just yet. Excuse me, bad time to get the hiccups. And then take the arm, the forearm, and see that rectangular hole. You're going to plug it over here on this silver peg and bring out, maybe it's the other way. Nope, it's this way. Bring that tab out, and then you're gonna bring the tab out over here. We'll just get that out of the way now. So we'll go ahead and swing this down. Swing it around at the first red piece, and then just tilt that like that. We just want to get it out of the way for now, and then this will come over and peg in there. So we'll open this up. Actually, before we open that up, we have to get these pieces out of the way. So if these pieces haven't flipped open, flip them open, and you can bring these out. Bring them out. And I'm probably not doing it in the way the directions say to do it. I'm doing it the way it's coming to me now. And then you open this up. And if you have the matrix chamber up, take the matrix out and fold the matrix chamber down. And then when you swing his head down, it's actually going to, I don't know if you can see this, but there's actually a little space right here, a little tiny gap where his antenna will slip right in, just like that. And you close that up. You don't have to worry about that no more. We're gonna go ahead and slide this piece. Slide this piece here. The light's not facing the right way. There we go. That should help out a little bit. So this piece here is going to slide down like so. So this way, in case you hadn't seen it, let's try it again. Like that. And that'll bring everything level. Let's go ahead and work on the front bumper here. So we're going to turn it around this way. Unplug that. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, unplug that. And then this will come out a bit. We're going to unplug. There's, is it this one? Yeah. Unplug this tab here. Hold on. There we go. So there's a little notch there when you're transforming it. Sorry, I'll use this finger here because this one's less nasty looking. And there's a little sort of peg that is in the shape of that there. So when you're going the other way, that's what you would do. You plug it in. So you're gonna get this. Let's see. Out like that, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. How do we do it? Unclip that, swing it around so that the screw and the hole, or the pin and the hole, I don't know what that is because I don't got my glasses on, are facing up. And then we are going to, I think we can probably close that now. So this gets pushed into the, so you wanna take this piece here, plug it underneath here, and then you wanna take these bits, bring them out to the side, get them lined up so that the holes are ready for those pegs there. And we need to also get this panel out. Okay, and then line that up with the hole as we are trying to get this together. It's easier to do upside down, but I'm afraid of breaking those, so let me get my glasses because I'm having a hard time seeing it now. Okay, there we go. Okay, like that, and this. There we go. That side's in. Let's get that side, this side lined up, and that side as well in. There we go. Come on. There we go. And we have everything together. And then these will come up like that, and they will accordion down a little bit. There we go, accordion. That's that. Now I've got one leg done here. The reason I got one leg done is because I already did this transformation, but my antivirus was preventing my thing from recording. So this leg's done, and I'm going to show you how to do what I did here, but on this leg here. So you're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to lift these up, fold this panel up, and as you're folding it up this way, fold it back down, and then this panel will come all the way around. It will clip in that way. This will come over, and there is a hole, a peg hole here, and a peg hole there, and there are rectangular peg holes or slots or whatever that you want to call them, and they will fit in there pretty much perfectly. But you don't do that just yet because I forgot a step. So what you're going to do is now you're going to stick your finger in here and push down on this panel so that, oh, actually open that panel first and push down on this panel so it'll open up so it's got room, and flip this out and around, and then that panel gets folded shut. Now you can peg the leg parts together like that and that, and then this will fold out, and then you're going to take this piece and it will fold up, and there is a little notch there that this here piece here will go into. Sorry again. So bring it up, that gets notched in. That was probably the easiest I've done so far. This flips over, pegs, and then these peg together, and this comes up. And if you haven't already put these down, put them down, and then fold this over, and there is a rectangular peg here that goes into a rectangular hole there. So you want to line that up, and you want to get that, and at the same time there's a little rectangular notch sticking out here that goes into a little hole there. So you want to get that lined up together, and it will peg in and it will hold everything in place. And then you want to do The same thing on the other side. Hold on a second. Make sure that the red piece is folded out the way it's supposed to be, and then this piece is folded out the way it's supposed to be, in case for some reason that part didn't get recorded. And that gets together, and that is the truck mode. And then you just, whoops, then you just bring the mirrors out. Oops, I didn't mean for that to come out. Shoot. There we go. And here we have Ginrai, or RAIJIN, well, the Transtector. You have it in its vehicle mode, and it looks great. I don't know what they did. It's not paint. I mean, it's not scratching off anything. This can't be paint. I don't know how they infused the plastic with this color, but it looks amazing. And then the doors do open. And there is, hold on, let me bring this closer. There is an interior. Let me bring the light over so you can see it a little bit better. So this is the interior. It's hard to see because of the paint or whatever, the plastic. It's hard to see, but that's where the steering wheel is at. Because even though the show, again, was Japanese, the driver of this particular truck drove this in the United States of America, and we are in for a hell of a ride for the next 4 years, but we're gonna forget about that and concentrate on the toy. Now there's space enough you can actually put a driver in, not a driver, but you can put somebody in here. If you wanted to put Ginrai in on the Japanese side, you could. I mean, from the other side, nobody can see that it's not the side that has the driver's console on it. In order to do that, what I normally do is, you can kind of see I already did it here, is turn the foot backwards, fold it up, flip this up, and then fold the legs at a 90-degree angle. And this leg always pops off, so I'm just gonna put it to the side for now. And then bend his arm so he looks like he's seated. Open this panel here first, and that'll let you get enough room to slide him in with the backpack. Close that, and there you have Ginrai driving the truck. You can see him from here. Turn it this way, you can see him through the windows. It's pretty neat. It kind of looks weird only having the one wheel in the back, but that's actually accurate to the original toy, which, where are you? There you are. This is the original toy, and as you can see, only one wheel in the back, whereas most trucks would have, of this size anyway, would have two. So you're all right. So yeah, so it looks pretty nice. Here he is with the War for Cybertron 1 Optimus. Here's next to the custom made one that I purchased a while ago, which I still use. I still use it, and I'll show you why in a little bit. But you can see, while the front is really big, the back is very, like, you wouldn't notice it when it's hooked up with the truck, but on its own it is kind of small. And here he is with an MP10. This is the year of the Snake MP10. So they are about in scale with each other. Like, this guy is only slightly taller, which is not unheard of in different styles of trucks, you know. So and I think it's mostly just due to the wheel placement, because I think the wheel placement on him is lower than on him. But there we go. So you get an idea of the size difference. I don't want to let him go because I don't want him to break the smokestacks on this guy here. All right, so getting him into super mode is actually not, this whole guy is really not that difficult in his transformation. So you don't need to do this. This is purely optional, but I'm going to stick this on here. There we go. It's nice and in there. Actually, I think one leg is in there too far now. Great. Just be careful when you're releasing Ginrai. He will shoot about 5-6 feet away if you're not careful. There we go. Because that happened to me on the last time I tried to record the video. So put the windows down. You're gonna open these bits here and unpeg the arms like this, and then you're going to fold these bits back the way they were. So fold this whole thing around and then fold this back that way, and then rotate it up and it goes right in there. And then you're going to take the arms and then you have to undo which piece is it? This piece here. Undo it and then rotate it all the way around, and then you're going to rotate the arm around. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this way. And rotate this. No. I'm gonna rotate that around. Just like that. Fold that in. I think this stays up like this. Yeah, this stays up like this. So, and then you accordion this piece out like that, and it's going to be like that, like this, except you want this piece to be closed. Come on. There we go. Alrighty. And then you're going to do the same thing for the other arm. Open this up, unpeg the arm from here first, and unpeg it from here, and then you're going to, which way is it? This way? The back. Oh, my glasses are right on my head, so I can see the seam. There we go. The seam is right here. So fold that around, and that goes like that, and this goes up, and then and don't forget to, is it already collapsed in? Oh yeah, it is already collapsed in. And rotate this around. Okay, and then forgot about this piece down here. So rotate the whole thing around, and then rotate this around, and then this goes up and goes in there, and then we are just about done with the bottom part. And then that'll just stay like this for now. Oh, and make sure you put that little tab in. So that'll stay like that for now. And now we work on the bottom bits. So we're gonna untab these here, and then these get bent up like this, and there's a slot here, and there is that tab right there. So when you bring them up, those will get tabbed right there and right there, and then these bits will come around and they will tab in to right there. Come on. You know what? Before we do that, let's untab that first, and then first we'll tab. We'll bring this around, and it should. There we go. Tab there, there, and up here. There we go. And then this comes around and tabs in on the side. Yep, there we go. That I was doing things out of order. They do have a specific order they have to go into. So unplug that. This comes around, and there we go. This comes around like that, like that. This goes in here, and then this will peg into the side, right? Oops. So that you have a block like that. Hopefully it's still recording, because I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, so then you have this block, and then you can slide it into the Ginrai part. All right, so we have to raise up the camera. Holy crap. Alrighty, so that'll be up like that somewhere, and these pieces here have to get pushed in that direction so that they slide back. So that goes like that. If you don't do that, this will not work. The problem is I don't remember the instructions originally saying that, and I've had this thing for a year, and I've had so many issues getting the pieces I've had to stay. And then once I did that, it became a whole lot easier. And then this will just slide on down here. Okay, that'll slide there. Then this will come down, and you can't see it because it's too high. There we go. So then you bring this piece on over, and I don't know why everything has to be on a freaking stalk. Why couldn't they just be like a little panel that flips over and put a hole in it so that we can, you know, it's parts forming either way. But you do this, and then it will plug in to the back here. You can push this a little forward at the back, a little forward, to make sure everything is flush, and then it'll tab in up here. It's supposed to tab in at the back here, but it does not. But thankfully the way they have everything cut out, it holds the panel really well. So you can see it takes a little doing to unplug it. You know, it's not like you're ever gonna lift the figure by the head, but yeah, now it's in there securely, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good, but it adds more weight, and honestly the knees are not the best for the super mode. So luckily for me, I have that extra bit. I have, where did I put it? I have this piece here that I bought from a 3D printer. What is his name? I forget. I did a whole video on this thing, but this thing is pretty light, so, and it fits in there just as well. So that's going to, and it looks just as good. So I will be able to display both pieces simultaneously. Yes. That said, though, this guy looks really good. He looks really good. Now, you get your different heads, so you can have Ginrai, you can have, like I have now, powermasteroptimusprime. I have a Ginrai already. My fans hobby is Ginrai. So this guy is going to stay like this. And I may not even get the God Bomber. I probably won't. I don't need it, because he's going to be this and not the other guy. And I can't even begin to imagine what that's going to be like, having all that stuff on there and watching the knees just give way. No thank you. No thank you. But he looks great. That said, I like this figure a lot. I like this figure a lot. I like the way this guy looks. Don't get me wrong. I like the way he looks. And I would love to get a second one of this trailer and a second Ginrai. So this way I have all 3 modes and I don't have to go between them. His transformation is great. I like this guy's transformation. His transformation is horrible. I hate this transformation. So like I said before, it feels like this was made by a team at X Transbots and this was made by a team at KFC. This feels good to transform. This feels fun to play with. This doesn't feel good to transform. It looks great, but moving it around, manipulating it, it's got issues, and just transforming it, it's just really fiddly, and it's just really got a lot of issues, and I don't like it. That said, if you liked my video, please do like my video. If you want to see more of my stuff, just hit the subscribe button. That said, I'm islip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and ciao. Hey everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you got this far, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, please consider giving it a like, share it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you want to, and hopefully maybe we can grow this channel out a bit. Thank you again for watching. Hope you enjoyed. AI does the translations for me, so if they don't come out quite correct for whatever language you are watching this in, I apologize. I mean no disrespect. I am just trying to reach more people. That said, ciao.